Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Common English Mistakes. Don't just learn, improve. So today we're going to look at another conditional, the third conditional, to talk about the past. It's not an easy structure to use, but we're going to look at the common errors people make and how you can practice this to become much more accurate when using it. So I've got two mistakes up here, one with each of the clauses. So just pause the video and try to correct the two sentences. So third conditional, to talk about the unreal past, things which didn't happen, condition and result, needs a tense with the condition part. As we've seen with first conditional, present simple, second conditional, past simple, and third conditional, past perfect. So, if it hadn't been raining, I would have gone to the park. And again, this is why I really encourage you to practice past perfect continuous. Make sure it's just automatic. It'll make it a lot easier here. So that's the mistake people make with the condition. The other mistake people make is with the result. As we've seen with other conditionals, the result needs a modal verb. And when we want to put a modal verb into the past, we always do it the same way. Modal have past participle or V3. So here, subject would have V3. If I hadn't been tired, I would have gone to the party. And as we've seen with other conditionals, we can change the modal verb to change the meaning. For example, could for possibility. If it hadn't been raining, we could have gone to the beach. I guess you could do the same for should, but really there's no context for giving advice with third conditional. So looking at the complete structure, it's easy to see why people find it difficult and why people make mistakes. There's a lot to get right there, and with some quite advanced structures. Past perfect's not easy, and that result part, 4 things to get right, very easy just to forget one. So what I really encourage you guys to do is to Google past perfect continuous exercises and past modal exercises separately and just really practice them on their own. If you get good at them, get accurate at them on their own, it'll make it so much better when you come to use something like third conditional. So do make sure you do that, guys. Having said that, looking at the structure, try to correct this sentence. If it would have been sunny, we would have had a barbecue. And well done if you said that, as with other conditionals, the if part is never going to go with a modal verb. It always needs to go with a tense, this case past perfect. If it had been sunny, we would have had a barbecue. However, this was going to be my original example. If I would have known you were coming, I would have tidied up. And I started to think, is this so wrong? So when I was Googling this, I actually found out there's a song called this. So here's what I've got to say on the matter. Firstly, grammatically, it is incorrect. Any grammar textbook will tell you, third conditional, if plus past perfect. But I'm a really big believer in common usage. If enough people say it, native speakers, I don't think it's wrong. And this is the case here. Having said that, I believe this is more of an American English thing. In British English, this would sound wrong. So it's really up to you, which form of English you're trying to learn. If it's more American English, it's less of an issue. If you want to speak British English, okay, try to avoid it. Having said this, it's definitely more of a spoken thing. I would never write it, and especially in a writing exam like FCE or CAE, where an examiner will mark it wrong. So that's my opinion. You can do with it what you want. Last mistake I hear is this. If I hadn't a headache, I would have gone to the concert. So finally, just pause the video, think what the mistake is. So this is a more general thing and something I see and hear a lot. which is people making mistakes when they use have with the present perfect, because you need to use it twice. Once for the auxiliary, once for the past participle. If I hadn't had a headache, I would have gone to the concert. So that's the explanation over. As ever, if you're finding the video useful, interesting, do make sure to hit that subscribe button and share the video with others you think might find it useful. Word of mouth is really important, guys. When you're ready, let's practice and improve. Just pause the video and complete these third conditional sentences, and always remember the if or result can come in either order. And well done if you said, I would have enjoyed my holiday more if the weather had been better. If I had walked faster, I wouldn't have been late. If I had saved more money, I would have bought a new laptop last month. And then I wouldn't have got wet the other day if I had had my umbrella. Always with that, that's a bit weird to say, so contract it. If I'd had my umbrella. And naturally, I would have subscribed to this channel sooner if YouTube had recommended it to me earlier. So now just pause the video and write, say or discuss the same sentences for you. And finally, today's question, if you hadn't clicked on this video, what would you have done for the last 5 minutes? Write your answers in the comments, guys. Interested to hear what you got to say using the third conditional. So that's basically it for today. As ever, always watch out the mistake of not using a tense with the condition part, despite what I said about the American English thing. But mostly what I want you to take away from this video is to really practice the individual clauses on their own. If you do that, you're going to be so much more accurate when you actually come to use third conditional for real. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, and I hope you found the video useful. I'll see you in another video in the next couple of days. Until then, see ya!